think the big thing we've got coming over the next 3 to 6 months is making use of what we've done with end user computing. So let's bring on all of the SharePoint activity and get people away from using what we call alphabet drives, sharing stuff on, storing stuff on shared drives. So what we've really got to do now is work across the whole council to get people to make use of that technology. It's much better and people are much more used to it because it's a lot more like dealing with Facebook, LinkedIn and those kind of activities. So we're hoping people, as well as having seen what they've already seen about the improvements, logging on quicker, stuff working, they can actually start using some of the collaboration tools to work in very different ways. Instead of having documents that you would save in a personal or a shared area that people then have to go and get, you'd be able to go into web areas that actually have discussions and one version of the document that you can share, update and maintain. You can cut down on the number of duplicate documents, all that kind of activity. Also, you can tie it in with your email more easily, so you can integrate email messages and documents and store them in the same place and just generally get a much better audit trail over the decision-making process that we have within the council. You can find what you're looking for, that'll be a nice start. You won't have to troll through thousands of old documents to try and find things, so I think that'll be much better. I think for transparency within the council, it'll be much easier for us to track back how decisions have been made, so I think that's got to be a huge plus. And I think staff will just find it generally easier to use, and people are used to using the internet, people are used to using browsers and what have you to sort of interact with each other. So it's quite good. From a practical point of view, you're going to have some tools there that would allow you to have discussions virtually rather than having to get together for meetings. That'll be a big change for the council. Those in Orchardson Street and Lisson Grove might be able to have dialogue with people in City Hall without having to spend half an hour on a tube to start it. So those kind of basic sort of services would be quite good. I think also integrating it with email means that you no longer have email in one place and Word documents in another. You can pull these things together and that should make life easier for staff. They're already starting. There are a lot of these sites already out there. They've been used quite heavily on projects at the moment, so the social care systems procurement's one example, next generation networks another one, the work been doing in children's services and actually on Triborough where we're actually using these SharePoint environments to share documents across 3 councils. So that work's already in place. What you'll see within departments is a steady shift away from the way we used to work to this new way of working, probably from about the end of June through till about the end of September. We are leading on Triborough, working for converging IT services across the 3, so pulling together services. So at the simplest level, if in New World you're working in social care across all 3 boroughs, you won't have to have 3 logins, you can just keep one and actually do your work. So that really simple stuff. We're joining up networks, we're cutting down on systems, taking out duplication, and of course we're taking out cost. We're estimating that the IT shared services element can save anything up to £9 million a year. So it's quite a big figure, quite useful for the 3 boroughs. And of course, again, all helps to take pressure off frontline service.